Well, the trial of Ghislaine Maxwell is just one of the court cases associated with the activities of Jeffrey Epstein, who, as we heard earlier, died in prison shortly after he was convicted of sex offences. Another one of those court cases is a civil suit being taken by Virginia Giuffre, formerly Virginia Roberts, against Prince Andrew, accusing him of sexual assault. Those are allegations that Prince Andrew has always strenuously denied. Our royal correspondent Nicholas Witchell reports.
Caught by the camera in this now infamous photograph, on the left Prince Andrew, in the centre the then 17-year-old Virginia Roberts, and on the right, smiling for the camera, Ghislaine Maxwell. Andrew's friendship with Ghislaine Maxwell goes back more than 20 years. Here he is with her at Royal Ascot in June 2000. At the time, she was Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend. Epstein was there as well. He too was a guest of Prince Andrew at Royal Ascot. Andrew spoke about his friendship with Epstein and his girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, in his Newsnight interview.
In 2000, Epstein was a guest at Windsor Castle and at Sandringham. He was brought right into the heart of the royal family at your invitation.
But certainly at my invitation, not at the royal family's invitation. But remember that it was his girlfriend that was the key element in this. He was the, as it were, plus one to some extent in that aspect.
Am I right in thinking you threw a birthday party for Epstein's girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, at Sandringham?
No, it was a shooting weekend.
A shooting weekend?
Just a straightforward shooting weekend.
Racing at Ascot, shooting at Sandringham, and a trip to Balmoral. This photograph, an exhibit at Maxwell's trial in New York, shows Epstein and Maxwell relaxing at the Queen's Balmoral estate. They were there at Andrew's invitation. Andrew categorically denies knowing of any improper activities by Epstein or anyone else. His lawyers are mounting a robust defence against the civil lawsuit brought against him in New York by Virginia Roberts, or Virginia Giuffre as she is now. In a submission to the court, Andrew's legal team say the case should be dismissed. They say the allegations against him are baseless and motivated by Giuffre's desire for a payday at his expense. Whatever the truth of those allegations, it's clear that Andrew had a long-lasting friendship with Ghislaine Maxwell. It was to her that Andrew turned when Virginia Roberts' allegations surfaced. In January 2015, Andrew emailed Maxwell, "Let me know when we can talk. Got some specific questions to ask you about Virginia Roberts," he wrote. To which Maxwell replied, "Have some info, call me when you have a moment." However, by the time Andrew did his interview with Newsnight, he seemed to want to distance himself from his old friend.
If there are questions that Ghislaine has to answer, that's her problem. I'm afraid I'm not in a position to be able to comment one way or the other.
A court in New York has now delivered its verdicts on Ghislaine Maxwell. In a few weeks, another court in New York will consider the civil lawsuit against Prince Andrew brought by Virginia Giuffre. Andrew's lawyers will once again plead his innocence of any impropriety. Nicholas Witchell, BBC News.